Let me tell you, if you have been there, then you know that surrendering to God is one of the toughest journeys a Christian can go through. Like, wait, Father, today, this time around, when I carried it on top of my head, what is he telling you to let go of that in your own capacity you can handle? It's not about the cash, you can handle it. Let us get real. Please, is it just me, or sometimes the expectations of the righteous actually feels like God cuts it short by himself? You know, when you've put your mind and your heart and your excitement into something because you believe that God is leading you in that direction, and everything just seems to be aligning. And just at the last minute, the deciding factor, silence. Hey, let me tell you, if you have been there, then you know that surrendering to God is one of the toughest journeys a Christian can go through. If you understand this gist, then stick around. So let me just start by saying I'm personally big on doing things that I have complete and utter peace about. Most times that peace comes from knowing and being sure that God wants me to do it, either through revelation, through confirmation with another person in the faith that I agree with within my spirit, through the scriptures. You know, when you're waiting on something and you're studying and the scriptures just come alive and you literally get your answer there, or through visions, words of wisdom. But if I don't have complete peace, if there's something that's going to cause me to struggle, then my hand is not there. I remove my hand. So recently, it's quite silly actually, but I wanted to do a shoot. I had been planning this shoot, but for different reasons, I couldn't just proceed with it. So this time around, I told myself, okay, fine. It's close to my birthday. I can split it and do a part of that shoot. The photographer I wanted to work with, my person was not going to be available. But then I figured one or two things out. Okay, I could use another photographer. Everything about the shoot, leading to the actual day that I planned to shoot, it literally was just falling in place. And because I didn't initially want to do this shoot as a birthday shoot, it was supposed to be something with regards to my brand. So the original concept was last year, not this year. My birthday was just January. So it just felt like, okay, so maybe this is the actual purpose that God wanted it for. You know, since I didn't do it then because I couldn't, because of different reasons, maybe this is it. So everything, you know, lines are falling in pleasant places. Little did I know that God was just trying to test me. Like I said, silence. Nothing. Like I couldn't proceed because I didn't have this final confirmation. And it kept me in a place of wanting to do it the way I would want to do it. The situation was like, wait, what's going on? Is it that you don't want me to go ahead with this shoot? Am I getting mixed signals? But everything has aligned to this point. What's happening? And the place I was getting to was now that place of, you know what, I can just do it the way my head is thinking. I can find a way about it, you know? But because, like I said, I'm not the kind of person that does anything, especially since I've grown in faith. When I don't have a release completely, I know that I'm just trying myself. First thing came to my mind is, okay, I'll postpone it to the next day. I still wait and see if there's still a struggle. Then I know that, okay, I probably got the signals wrong, or is there something you're trying to teach me in this? I was not saying that from a comfortable place, mind you. I wasn't saying that like the way I'm talking about it now, like, is there something you want to teach me? No, I was actually quite upset at the moment because it was like, wait, first of all, I am not the kind of person that overthinks things like this, like a shoot. Very silly things that I can do or do without. I mean, I don't carry these things on top of my head. So for me, it was like, wait, Father, today, this time around, when I carried it on top of my head. And I carried it on top of my head because I felt like everything was falling in place. So like my excitement grew. It was like, okay, yeah, we're on point. This is really what God wants me to do. And I grew in that excitement, and then all of a sudden you are silent. So I'm starting to feel that feeling of, are you trying to get upset because of something as feeble as a shoot? And I was upset about that because, like, why allow me to get to this point to now start feeling a certain way about this? I mean, I was not bothered about it before. Like I said, I wasn't all mature about it in faith. I was actually not okay. On the actual day of the shoot, there was still silence. And because I understand my work, I knew that, okay, I have to go back to God and just surrender. Maybe I got the signals wrong. Maybe he wants me to just come back to him and surrender it, and then he will surprise me. This is my thought process. So I did. I went back to God and I said, I really want to do this shoot. I am excited about doing it. But if I'm going to have to do this thing with my own head, then I let it go. And it was that day of the shoot, after saying this prayer, somewhere between afternoon and evening, I started to hear, he started to speak to me. And I understood that it's not that he didn't want me to have the shoot, but it's just a shoot. He had a message through this surrender. And that's why I'm here, because I don't know what it is that God is telling you to surrender to him. Everything seems like it's a yes already. For someone in the faith, you've probably handed it over to God and you are seeing the signs. And just at what will finalize this thing that you've been waiting on, that you have started thinking that God's hand is in it, silence. Or what is he telling you to leave? Who is he telling you to leave? What is he telling you to let go of that in your own capacity you can handle? It's not about the cash, you can handle it. I mean, you can pay for a shoot, you can pay for whatever it is. But because you are working with him and he's trying to teach you how to surrender every single plan to him, whether you have control or not. What is that thing? Because it was until I got to this point of surrender that I realized that, oh, there's a message here. And it's for me, but more than anything, it's for you. What's he telling you to let go of? Let the control, let the wheels go. Yes, it seems like I have been on this journey, but now I'm telling you that the plan for this was to bring you to a place where you can let go. I gave it to you, now I'm asking for it back because I want to see if you can release it. It's just like Abraham. I gave you Isaac, but can you let go of him? And Abraham was willing to let Isaac go. And he said, don't do it. Don't try it. I see you. I see that you are ready. I see that you love me. I see that you are with me. On this walk of faith, we don't know what God will test us with to confirm that we are with him, that our hearts are with him. Surrendering is not easy. It's not an easy walk. But that is the only way we can walk righteously. Because we cannot do anything that is fit for where we're going, except he guides us every step of the way. One thing you need to know is that his plans for you are of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. He knows the expected end of every instruction, of every faithfulness, of your life's journey. He knows the expected end. You don't. So, are you going to surrender to him today? Are you going to surrender that addiction to him today? Are you going to surrender that love to him today? Are you going to let go of those relationships today? You can trust him, but can he trust you? I pray that God gives you a heart that is willing and ready to always release, to always allow him to take control. Because it's not easy, but the work is not for those who are strong. No, it's for those whose spirit are aligned with him. It's not by power, it's not by might, but by his spirit. Love and light.